in January. That surpasses the 1.8% economists estimated, and it follows a slight decline in December. Reining in inflation is why the Federal Reserve could raise interest rates again in an effort to cool demand. And speaking of money, I have here with me Mr. Colin Evans. Welcome back, Colin.
Thank you so much.
Okay, but we're talking about taxes day.
Taxes, tax time is near.
And people are already getting their refund checks.
It's amazing how fast they come nowadays. I mean, this is, from the direct deposit to the, the times that we had to wait for these things to come into the mail, and, now it's almost immediate.
Yes, what a blessing. Okay, so tell me a little bit about how people should spend those refund checks or save those refund checks.
We kind of compiled a list of about 5 things, and hands down, number one that always comes up, and this is funny, it's common all the way across the boards with other advisors throughout the country, is paying off debt. Let's look and see if we can knock out some of these high interest credit cards and get some of those things out, because sometimes those can be little monsters that are, kind of on our back, overshadowing us, going, gosh, 26, 27, 28%. What am I going to do? I don't know if I can handle that anymore. One of the other things we want to say is, and it's number 2, is build an emergency fund. Typically we recommend a 3 to 6 month kind of a reserve, because we don't know when that's, an emergency is going to happen, the car is going to break down, the water heater is going to go out, the AC's gone, all those things kind of start piling up together at once, and it's like you don't want to be caught off guard, and then you're back at using a credit card again, and we have to go back and see number 1. Then we look at investing in your future. This kind of is a hands down prepayment on yourself and your own, schooling schedule. It could even be your child's childhood education, or you're preparing for that long-term goal of your own personal retirement. And we want to look at making home improvements. This is now we got a blessing if we've got the first 3 kind of knocked out, and this could be time to say, hey, is it time to do this kitchen remodel or this bath remodel, or the floors need to be done, or whatever, as we start looking at things like that, and the last one that we really get into, go have fun.
Ooh, I like that one.
Take a trip, spoil yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like almost an annual bonus time for people. We get sometimes we get kind of used to a Christmas bonus if we're lucky with an employer that does that, and tax time can be, hey, this is a tax time bonus because I paid this in through Uncle Sam all throughout the year, and I get a little bit of this back with some of the benefits our government allows for us.
Absolutely. Now, with the repaying debt, are you talking about student loans as well? Because I know student loans can be bigger lump sums.
They can be, and one of the things, because we had a conversation not too long ago, visiting over the student loan thing, is because one of the things that was looked at was possibly getting grant money and things of that nature. And one of the things that we actually harped on was, even though that student loans might be out there getting grant money, the problem is that student loan could be taxable, which in turn, if we're getting a refund and we might have a little taxable event going on here, we have the money to take care of it.
Okay. Now, what about the emergency fund? I know you said 3 to 6 months, but are we talking about $200, $2,000?
No, typically what we want to look at is taking your monthly expenses and multiplying it out times 3 or times 6. So if I've got, an apartment note or a home note that's, a couple $100 or $1,000, and my car note, and kind of factor what's my grocery bills or what, and my house note bills aside, with electricity and water and things of that nature, and really putting that into play, because if even an injury could happen and put you outside of work for a little bit, and to avoid having to use a credit card and to go into debt, just to live on and have that standard of living that you're keeping.
Absolutely. Now, when you say investing in your future, could that also mean investing in stocks, or is that a dangerous game?
It really could be. It just kind of depends on everybody's stage of life. Everybody, we really have to look at it, especially in our business, of where is somebody at in their financial life, because somebody that's 65 is going to be radically different than somebody that is 25. So there's 2 different entirely approaches. So when it comes down to something like that, we do highly recommend visiting with a financial professional.
Okay, well, it sounds like we have much more to talk about, so we'll be back here with you next week. Thank you so much.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Alexandria.
Are you looking to get your children active this Friday? You have your chance with SPAR's Pop-Up and Play in Shreveport. We have the details ahead. And you're taking a live look at I-20.